over him, but all over the state. And I'll tell you the reason why. Probably he's going to tell you the reason why uh, he has made his mark in his chosen profession. Yes, my guest is the chairman of the Nigerian Architectural Osun State chapter, architect Emmanuel Oladejo. You're welcome to Sands of Time.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And let me say Merry Christmas in advance. You're also looking Christmas already.
Thank you very much.
And that is good. I would have loved if I know that this is what you bring it on board. I would have probably wore something like this as well, so that we look the same on the show today.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that was said, let's go quickly to the show and let's start our conversation. All right, let me ask you this before we go deep into your profession that you've been to for over decades, maybe 2 decades, you tell us anyway. But what actually inspired you to study and go into architecture?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm inspired to be an architect or to study architecture because it's a discipline that solves immediate environmental problem. It's a profession that bring someone to display all his potential. Welcome to creativity. It is a profession that bring ideas and imaginations, dreams to realities. What make you feel joy? Seeing something that you created, you're able to do in the environment, and people really admire your talents, your ability, and creativities.
All right, can you just briefly walk us through your design, talking about the conceptuality to the completion when it comes to agricultural design?
Okay, thank you very much. Before someone can concept a kind of concept or design, there should be something we call brief, like a clear desire to have a kind of structure on ground. By the time this thing has been revealed to an architect, the architect will now conceive it like a kind of pregnant that grew to become a woman being. Right. Something that you dream, something that's imagined, something that you think it's possible. Then you beginning make that concept to work towards your client desire.
Right.
Then after you now have it in a mind, like say mindset, then you come to how do you make it a kind of graphical representation in such a way by the time some other person, the other people seeing it, they'll be able to, have a little understanding of what you are thinking about. So you will be able to explain to your clients what you are trying to bring out.
All right.
What the way you are interpreted, his own desire, his own mindset, his brief. So then, by the time you were able to carry your clients along of what he intended to do, then the person will have full understanding of his own mind or his own or his own concept. Then after then, we are putting it on ground as a presentation for your clients. After the completion of real acceptance of your proposal, of your brief, then you put it to what you call working drawing. That working drawing is a detailed drawing that can explain how procedure, how construction is going to go, how what the level of your foundation, what the span in a row, and the height of the building, the aesthetic value, how the approach will be, where will be the side view, the left view, what will be the environment, the immediate environment of that particular building. Because when we talk of building, we are not talking about a singular structure. We are talking about other complementary elements surrounding the building. As you are approaching the building, you are entering the compound. Where will you park? Then after the parking, how do you enter into the main house. So what are the landscape elements around the buildings? What make you enjoy the building? You consider environmental factors, which direction does the sun enter to the building, what kind of as the winds blown to the building. How do you minimize the effect of all those environmental factors? There are all those things that you need to consider while you are designing the building, and while you are orientate where do you position your building, so that it will not really be affected with all those environmental factors. Then before you now flag up the reconstruction process.
Well, I've seen a lot of architectural design, architectural design, and getting into, they look so beautiful on paper, but when the structure is being done, you find out there are so many lapses. I have a friend that in Ibadan anyway, but I won't mention the area. When you get to his house, the design was fantastic. When I saw the design, when it was about building that structure, but after building the structure, find out that anytime you go to the living room of that particular friend of mine, if the fan or the AC is not on, then all of us are in trouble in that place.
Okay, thank you very much. That is where professionalism comes in. Building is not just a physical structure that you see.
But it's a professional too. The person that designed that is an architect.
It's possible. It's possible, but one cannot see whether the professional that designed the building is the same professional that supervised the building. That's another thing. So many clients believe immediately architect finishes his own plan or his own design, it's end there. It doesn't end there. It's even just little percent compared to the whole work. It is just like one stage out of 3 stages of the building process. So if you finish the design, meaning you just take off like 30 or 35% of the whole process. So if you leave the 75 or 70% of the remaining, and you let it on the trust of bricklayer and yourself, meaning that the building is already full, because the interpretation of that particular drawing to the reality, to the ground, quite different. You might get to the site and you realize some other things that you need to solve. And once you are not a professional, there's no way you don't have that integrity to solve that particular problem. So you will just manage to deal with the problem. And when you have if you are looking at someone that make a drum, someone that normally drum, we call something that a yalo in Yoruba. If that yalo is making a kind of statement, a kind of phrase, a kind of something to impress somebody, press something, to say something now. It's only somebody that hold the stick know what it's saying. Some people interpret in so many areas, so many ways. So it's only architect that hold the design, can have full understanding and better interpretation of that particular drawing. So many cases, some other professionals engage in interpreting architects' drawings. Can never be. You can never get a result. Meaning, you are building a kind of prison, a kind of store, a kind of warehouse for you, where you're supposed to store a goods, or sell goods. People are living there. So it's not really for people to live. A house, a living room, a room should be comfortable enough. Even without electricity, should be a ventilated space where you enjoy natural air flowing in and out. Should be a very lighted area where you enjoy natural light, that you can read, you can do little activity within.
Yeah, I want to ask you this. On a good day, in a living room, many, I don't know whether you call it windows, but how many windows are supposed to be there? Is it 2, is it 3, or does it depend?
That is it. As I said earlier, a professional knows his job and know appropriate place or places to be putting openings. When we talk of openings, our terms like windows, doors. So we know the exact direction where the flow of the air is coming in, where to put it. So it's only professional can say based on the volume as in the area provided. The larger the area, the larger the window should be. We have larger window, we have smaller window, we have number of swing, as in depends. So we cannot say here until we get to the field, we see the design, we see the space, we see the orientation, the way the thing is being oriented, then we can know this is the appropriate number or numbers of window that require for a specific place.
All right, let's talk about politics in architecture. Architects. Let me use that word. You're now the chairman of that. Yes, in Osun State. How did you come about it? Did you put politics into what you do as well?
Actually, in a situation whereby a position, a singular position meant for all, there for every member or all the members that can vie for. Meaning, before you can get there, some people should say you are. So it's just a game of numbers. Like when you have a very large number of people, of your members, say you are, so meaning you will be there. So if they say you are not there, you are not there, meaning that people should be able to vie for you. So it's not only about campaigning. It's not like a partition politics whereby it depends on how you mobilize, depend on how you spend, or you based on how or what the kind of agreements give and take. No, a professional position is a position of service. It's a position that you need to carry the emblem of your position all around. Carry your symbol all around. So it should be, that person should be a man of integrity, a man that they will have an assurance that this person will not degrade or will not let us down. So what I'm saying is like it's based on your past involvement, your past record, your integrity, what you are able to do in the community. So that is only area that can make you top of the agenda of your people. What I'm saying is it's not really about campaign. It is about how do you convince your member to ensure that you are able to lead them appropriately.
All right. Now that we're in Osun State, we need to say some things. I want your thoughts on the current state and the urban development in Osun State. What are your thoughts on it?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, presently, we thank our governor. Mr. Governor had been doing a lot when it comes to urban renewal. Urban renewal in the sense that how do we improve the city situation? How do we add up to what is on ground? We all see what is happening there and there. We could see road, we could see runabout, decorating, all kind of improvements in our cities. But yet we still need to engage fully professionals. The way the professional will do the way the professional will add value, it will be more encouraged, more appreciated than using anybody. What we are saying, like, we have full professional in this state. We have experienced professionals in this state. And we're here, we reside here. We know our problems. We know where we are coming from and we know where we are going. Anytime we make any foul, we will suffer for, we pay for it. So meaning that if anything should be done, it should be people in the state. Government should ensure they engage professionals in the state, architects in the state, so that they will be able to solve our problems. Let me give you an instance. That was a government just passed on. They brought professional architects from another states to come and design markets, complexes. Unfortunately, they brought its idea maybe from Lagos. What is operating in Lagos is not operating here.
All right.
So it's like we are missing it. And unfortunately, if you could see, some of these projects are not flying. You know, it's like now averagely abandoned. People are not paying, people are not subscribing to it because those people that came to design for us here does not have the situation, reports, and what is really accepted here already.
Right.
So what we are saying is like our professional here can only do the best so that we can achieve maximum.
Now, as the chairman of that great profession in Osun State, what are the steps you have taken to make sure that what you have just said comes to reality about using the professionals in Osun to build Osun State?
Okay, thank you. As an institute, we closed these governments and we brought an idea, a kind of platform in such a way any kind of design, any kind of proposal that will come in, there should be a platform that will make us have a kind of assurance that this is the real professional, this is the a qualified professional that is doing it. We call it APRN.
Right.
So architect project registration number. So when you see any drawing, you should be able to ascertain that this is the professional that prepared it. It should be traced. So it's not a situation whereby anybody, whether draftsman, a planner, builder, anybody could prepare any drawing. We have area of specialization.
Right.
Engineers have their own area of specialization. Planners have the area of their specialization in the building field. But when it comes to building and environmental redesign, landscaping, and city enhancement, it is architect. Because if you go to Paris, it is structure you see. Go to Abuja, it is structure you see. You appreciate that this town is marvel. Because if not the way they arrange the structure, the way they built all the structure, there's no way you can rate that particular city so high. So architect is the master plan. Is the one that erects a very good job, good building in such a way you admire when you get to any city.
Well, looking at what is happening in Osun State at the moment, engineers are saying that the governor is doing well, using them to build bridges and roads. I know that that will definitely come to your own professions to change the face of Osun State through some architectural designs. I hope that will come true. But before I let you go on the show, there's no way that a profession will be without having some challenges. What are the challenges that you're facing, especially in Osun State?
Okay, one of the challenges we are facing is what they call quackery. Quackery in the sense that non-professionals involving or trespassing to our own faith. We have a lot of people that prepare drawings, take it to planning authority, get approval. By the time you see that particular structure, you quickly agree with me that this one is not designed, supervised by an architect. So you will see the ugly view, some structure are collapsing, some structure are, have a lot of defaults. So what we are saying is like we are not getting value for our money. So this, we spend a lot of money on projects, but we are not getting. So we are campaigning against quackery, that people outside there should ensure anybody they give their project, their building to, should be a registered architect. They should ask, are you a registered architect? You have a license, a registered license? Are you updated? So they should know, they should ask before they give out any project. Another thing we are facing is like full government, involvement, government enforcement. Because we have regulations, we have laws that empower us to practice or to restrict all other professionals to enter or involve in another person field. But if there's no thorough enforcement, government sanctions, government punish those people that caught, so people will continue doing it. So we need support of government in such a way anybody found guilty of trespassing to another person's field should be punished. So those are the major challenges we are facing in architectural practice in Osun State.
All right. I hope those challenges will be solved very, very soon. And I hope that things will work out for that great profession. Yes, we'll be talking with architect Emmanuel Oladebe, who is the chairman of that great profession in Osun State, and he's been doing pretty well to make sure that Osun State as well wear a new look, especially when it comes to architectural design. I want to say once again, thank you for being part of Sounds of Time today.
You're welcome.
All right, that's how far we can go on today's edition of Sounds of Time. Join me same time next week when I bring you another interesting personality. My name is David Ojo. I say bye for now. Sound of Time, an inspirational program that captures insightful contributions of a guest personality within professional fields and politics to motivate the youth. Sound of Time also peeps into footprints of captains of industries who have made their marks in their chosen profession. Join David Ojo every Tuesday morning between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. on OSBC TV channel 32. Star Times 113 and Free TV. You can also join in our various social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. Sound of Time